fine. It'll be 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 fine. It will be fine. Just relax. What are you doing? Bloody hell, what are you doing here? Run the intro. Just trying to, don't usually, just, oh. Hello. Where's the game gone? I've got to do a hello there. You're late. Where have you been? Hello there, folks. Welcome back to an episode of AFC Thames' Journey with me, DoctorBenjyFM. That creaked. Now, since we last met, nothing. We've got a week forward. Nothing has actually happened, and we play Carlisle and Woking today. And this, if you didn't watch the last episode, you know then, is going to be a very exciting end to the season. Big if we beat Woking. And of course, we've got to do the job against Carlisle first. So let's waste no time about it. Let's get towards that game and hopefully start what is going to be a very interesting end of the season. So team-wise for our first game today then, Batch is going to sit in the centre of everything. And Siddiqui, after such a good performance last time out, will start this game as well. Arnold, McBride, Sweeney, Turner at the back, of course, Chamil, Batch, Brown. Look, these three, crucial. They're not our best players, but they've got to be on it today. Siddiqui behind Broom, behind Cabbage. It's going to be an interesting one, and I can't wait to see if the front two score lots of goals. We have the ability to beat teams 5-0, or we have the ability to lose 1-0 and be very, very frustrated. Let's hope it's the first of those. Team selection, submit the team. Here we go then. Oh, the loan situation gets me every time. Grice on, Boateng off. I feel bad because I like Boateng so much, but here we are. Batch comes in for Grice in the centre. We do like Grice, but again, I think just keeping it fresh, not having too many players get tired out by everything, I think is going to be important for us today. Carlisle have lost 4 of their last 5. Let's pile on the misery. And if I know about piling on misery, viewers, then no one else knows more than I. Let me tell you now. Of course, we will keep an eye on what happens elsewhere. Woking are playing Harrogate. Yeovil and Fleetwood play each other, so it's quite an interesting battle at the top of the table. Of course, we are rooting for Harrogate today. And actually, if results go our way, we could end this day top of the table, which is not something I was necessarily expecting, as that header away goes to Siddiqui. Of course, looking for the run of the two boys over the top, and Cabbage, well, he's missed it as the defender, plays it across the Broom. I mean, right, last episode, we watched Broom miss about 4 chances in the space of 2 minutes. Today, 20 yards out, first time, 10 minutes in, Broom scores an absolute banger. It all starts from the McBride header, then the ball from Siddiqui, like this bit, that defender there should win the header, surely. Cabbage quickly lays it off, and Broom, first time, what a strike it is. Fantastic. Right on the 10-minute mark as well. Lovely to see that, as it's going to be straight away Carlisle back in the game. Now, some of these away games against sides that really we should be beating have proven to be a little bit of a problem for us. Like, there's been draws and losses in there this season, as Canon lifts the ball forward towards Cabbage, who this time wins the ball. He's a big lad, Cabbage. You kind of forget that, really, as it comes out to Diamond on this side. It's interesting. Diamond there is a player I've been linked with, or has suggested to me so many times while being Thames manager, as Batch there with a fantastic tackle, although Brown, it's a little bit soft. Diamond brings it forwards. Please don't hurt me. After all the times I've been recommended I sign you, never been able to, of course. He's actually cost money, so it's not happened. Elsewhere, so far, Yeovil Fleetwood still 0-0. Woking Harrogate still 0-0. So there's going to be a free kick. Chamil has tripped Diamond, who is now going to step up and take this free kick, and this has me nervous. Shot on goal. It's a fantastic free kick. Jack Diamond, well, he made that look very, very easy, didn't he? And Carlisle level things here. It's 1-1. Really, it's matching whatever Woking do in this game, as that is a superb free kick. You can see why I've had him recommended, can't you? If we can match Woking today, no matter what they're doing against Harrogate, and then, of course, go into the game against them, as what are you doing, you absolute buffoon? Why have you done that for? Gavin Arnold's been sent off. I'd love to know how many red cards I've had this year. It must be double figures. I don't have a right back to play naturally there at all either on the bench. Again, you only get 5 subs at this level, which is frustrating. 7, and this would not be a problem for us. Can Lewis Andrews play that? I don't really know. And I can't click their names. Why not? So right back options, I've got 2 options, and the other one is not on the bench. Fantastic. Because I can't have that many lone players on the bench. Right, okay. Well, we're going to have to figure this out, aren't we? I'm tempted to do something crazy, viewers, which, is not like me, is it? I'm thinking Chamil comes over to this side. I don't necessarily think Turner can play centre-back. But I think what I'm suggesting here, which is a little bit crazy, is Siddiqui is probably going to be the man to come off here, and it's a little bit harsh on him. Do you know what? I'm not going to do it straight away. I'm moving towards playing 4 across the middle, playing 3 at the back. Of course, I've got the players to do it, right? Jack McKenzie could do it, and then you could play Lewis Andrews at the back. I think for now, our smart move might be just to be moving. In fact, Brown can play on the left-hand side. So maybe, actually, we've already got the players here that can potentially do what I'm looking for. Inverted winger and a ball midfielder next to Sadiki, who's playing as a Mazzara. He's an attacking player, so it does work for us. And then we've got Chimel on the other side. This is a gamble, I think, viewers, and the overlap is being switched off. We will focus our play through the middle. We've had to adapt to the red card, though, of course. We are now up against it. This is not a position I want to find ourselves in, but Broom and Cabbage so far playing well. If we can get on the ball, there's always goals in this, right? You'd think, maybe, hopefully. They've got a corner, and of course we've lost a defender as it's whipped towards that back post, played all the way back across. There's not a man on the post, and Thomas converts, and we are backs against the walls all of a sudden. We're attacking. It's probably not very smart when you think about it, but here we are then. Hurley plays the ball in, and it's all a little bit easy. And now we're going to be a point behind. This is the problem. Fleetwood winning their game against Yeovil, so they're right back in the conversation. And so far, I'm going to sound far from pleased because, like, I understand it's a red card, but also the performance hasn't been great. 2 boys up front have done okay. Again, now wanting to change this, I could have played the centre back at right back and just carried on, taken off the attacking midfielder, played a 3. But I do think this is the smarter move. I'm going to play him as a winger. I don't like the idea that he's cutting inside so much. I like the fact there's a little bit of width to our play now. As Diamond on that side is a brilliant defensive challenge. Actually, with that in mind, we play quite narrow as it is. Let's widen things out a bit. Let's up our defensive lines as well. We're not a slow team at the back. Like we're pretty average. So I think trying to enforce the pressure might be the way forward. I don't want to have to sit back and defend here. As you can see, they've got a bit of a 4v3 against our back 3 there. It's not ideal. Diamond in acres of space. I mean, are they playing wingers? I mean, I probably should have thought about this, Ben. We've played it to their hands a little bit, is what it feels like. Yeah, they are playing a 4-2-2-2 system, which against the 3 at the back, it ain't going to be that effective. I mean, the 3 at the back's not going to be effective. What they're playing, very effective. I'm going to come back on what I said a little bit. Play Turner at left back. I think we're going to have to take one of the midfield boys off. That's the only way we can do this. Sadiki's going to come off. Lewis Andrews, who is a defender, is going to come on, and we're going to just go back to what we know. All right, so this is what it looks like now. It's not perfect, but it'll do. At least shape-wise, it gives us a little bit more structure. We're asking a lot of the front 2 now to be more involved. It goes back to Brown, and now to Batch. And look, maybe this is what we should have done to begin with, but I was trying to give us an attacking outlet all the same, and now they're racing forward. 4 at the back, 3 at the back, doesn't matter. They're finding spaces everywhere. So the league table is getting very, very interesting again, because if Woking win, that's really not good news. Even if we were to beat them in the next one, no matter how hard their running is, it's not ideal for us at all. Fleetwood are dominating in their game right now, 3-1 up against Yeovil. 20 minutes to go here. We've gone back to an attacking way of playing. What else can we do, really? We've got to try and get a goal in this somehow, as it goes out to Andrews on that side. The unnatural right back ball played in isn't very good, and again they might have a chance to break. It's with Diamond, who plays the ball forwards. He's got a lot of work to do. I mean, we've got players around him. I mean, one challenge we could be in, but it's not going to be the case at all, as they look like they've got an extra man right now. That's how it feels. Ball played over the top. Defensively, we're all over the place. Canon is a brilliant save, but what can we do here? Brown's having a shocker as well in midfield. Simon Lay's going to come in for Brown. Batch is going to go to the inside spot, and then I feel a bit helpless, viewers. I'm not going to lie. Oh, they're in again. They're in again. Ooh, they should have scored again. It's another free kick. This time Hurley's on it. They scored the last one. They've got 2 free kick takers. It's 4-1. This is the red card has screwed us. What can I say? We can't get anything going. Our balls forward are completely aimless. With 15 minutes to go, let's ride it off. I've gone defensive for the final few moments. We'll try and shut the doors, but they are not done. And for a side that have struggled this season, we are being absolutely ransacked. The frustration here as well is our goal difference was one of the things that gave us a real advantage. That is being slowly ripped away by Carlisle, who, if I look at the league table at the end of the game, I'm going to be not best pleased that we've conceded 5 to them, 10 men or not. So poor. To sound far from pleased is an understatement. Well, let's see. Where does that leave the league table then? I think Woking Again, if they've won their game late on, that is the absolute worst bit of news. We're going to find out here, awaiting the media reaction, but of course the scores, that's what I'm interested in here. So frustrating. Again, this can happen, right? This is one of those things. All right, you can see it there then. Woking didn't win their game, which is the only positive of the day, really. Fleetwood won theirs. Again, our goal difference, you can see it. We've just -4 right there. Would have been on 28 up there with Woking, and now it gives us a bit more of an uphill climb. Adam there, the early red card killed us. That is it. All right, 7 days before you play Woking, it just became even bigger than it was. We have to win it now if we want that automatic spot, or it ain't happening. Elsewhere, AFC Thames are doing okay, and so are Thames FC. They are 5th in the Premier League, into an FA Cup final. Good luck to them. All right, then, we've made it. It is, without doubt, the biggest game of the season. There's no doubt in my mind. Woking then, top of the table. We win this and we close the gap to be that little bit closer. And then, of course, as we've documented a few times, they have a very difficult run-in after that. So this gives ourselves the best chance. If we beat them in this home game, who knows what could happen. And if we do beat them, we need to score quite a few goals, I feel like, because our goal difference now is inferior. All right, team-wise for this one then, because of obviously some of the problems we've got with the lone players, we're going to bring in Jamie Grice back into the centre, which means we can then enable Butler to come back in at right back. Arnold's out for 3 games, so that's kind of his season done, as far as I'm concerned. I'm so irritated by him. The rest of the team, again, Batch is going to have to step out now, so York goes onto the bench. Again, only having 5 available loans is annoying. I've got a similar save in, I say similar save, I've got a save in La Liga, which is not the same as this at all, where you can have unlimited loans. So having to be restricted here is very annoying. I mean, Dylan's got the chance to come back into the side at some stage, maybe. 7 assists, 2 goals. He's on the bench. He's ready and waiting. All right, we need this now. Again, the boys up top, we're so reliant on them, but when you've got a system that does enable them to score the amount of goals that they are doing, you can't look past it, really. This is where it's got to come from. Here we are then, up against the Woking side that are having a phenomenal season. I don't know where they're predicted to be at the start of the year. Should we find out to see if the 2 teams here were predicted to be here? Well, we know we weren't. So looking at the season preview, Woking are 11th in this, and Fleetwood as well in 9th. So the 3 teams that were expected to be the top 3 are not the top 3. All right, we're going to get some early encouragement in for the boys. Hopefully that will get us on the right step forward, as Cannon's ball to the left-hand side is bafflingly poor. We need it to be a big one, really, up towards Cabbage, and that's not what we got. As they lift the ball over the top, Johnson's in on goal. It's a brilliant save from Kincannon. His clearance wasn't so good, but his save was. As there are a lot of people turned up for this game today. Woking have brought a hatful of fans, and we seem to have matched them, at least on this side of the pitch, that they're standing on this side, and I wonder if they're sitting on the other, and there's so many of us now. It's almost like the success of the club will bring more people to the ground. Who knew? We'll demand a little bit more from the boys, as the performances are very middle of the road right now, but we're defending well. Cannon's playing well. Hopefully that can be a theme for the rest of the game, as the ball played in is missed, and Cannon, when it's not gone in, it's hit the bar and come down. It's going to be behind for a goal kick. That was a very good opportunity for Woking. Playing a 4-4-2, you can see a fair amount of people in the stands on that far side as well. As Siddiqui picks it up, you know what he's going to look for. The run of the 2 front boys. Broom, the pace of him. Broom's on goal. What? I don't know where to begin, viewers. What's he done? Nothing is what he's done, as the ball's launched forward towards us. Turner heads it back. Maybe another chance for us. I mean, Broom there. It's such a good opportunity. He's in again. Broom! Oh, my. He needs 17 chances. It's such a thing. Sometimes, like we've seen it a few times, he'll get a hat-trick. He'll just bag every single chance, but man, the pressure of this game, you wonder, it's like the mental attributes that you can't see. How is that affecting some of these boys right now? Butler across the Cabbage. We're not done yet, by the way. I mean, it's a shot on goal. Oh, it's a double shot that doesn't go in, and it's behind for another goal kick to them. Very even game so far. They've had 8 shots. We've had 7. Ours not on target, but the XG's very, very similar, and the passes completed just favour us, and I put a lot into that. It's an interesting Football Manager put that attribute there. As a shot goes in, it's a decent save. Like, no one really talks about that, I don't think, but again, there's a reason it's there, and I think if you're keeping the ball better, you give yourself, I say it again, a much, much better chance to win these games. As we give it away, will they punish us for that now? As the first tackle they skip by. Butler, though, there, and doesn't give away a red card, as Grice has to slide in. It's Langston Walcott now on it, back to Noré, who is a player I've looked at many, many times, a familiar face in this game. As the ball's played forward, Butler heads on to Broom, and now it's where the Cabbage can make the run. Siddiqui finds him. Cabbage, it's a great first touch. He's far better in these positions. What a tackle that is. Goodness gracious me. Behind for well, not even behind, out for a throw in. A brilliant recovery challenge from the Woking defender. As we get to half time, I'm debating how we can maybe change this. I think maybe lowering our tempo a little bit, again, being a little bit more safe in possession, that might be the way in which we inevitably win this game. Let's hope it is, as we go straight into the second half. I like the fact they've got Bradley Johnson up front for them, who, of course, is a footballer himself. David Cabbage back to Turner, who now trots forward with it. I'm looking for options for him, really. Up on that right-hand side, we've got to try and be a little bit wider as we look for it. And our butler is going to have to charge this down, as it's difficult for the Woking player to get rid of this, as we've got players all around. Siddiqui on the volley. Oh, my God, imagine. Siddiqui. He's set up by a Woking player. And that was outrageous. Nearly. Not quite, though. Gregory's got it on this side now. It's chances galore here as it's played in and headed in on goal, but just wide, and it's still 0-0. The two teams at the top of the table, or two of the three teams at the top of the table, should be said now, are really giving this a good go as Sweeney heads it down to Brown. And again, you can see our front two constantly looking to run in behind. Is the ball going to be played towards them? Cabbage knocks it down towards Brown. It's not particularly good, though, and Walcott makes his move forward. McBride, though, heads it back. And again, it's a back and forth game. The first mistake, really, I feel like it's going to cost us, as Broom had to find a little bit of space there. We could have maybe played him in. Turner, forward it goes towards Cabbage. A great first touch, but no, the defender nabs in there. And it's, again, who is going to have that first big opportunity as we're trying to defend to the best of our ability? They're in. Miles, big chance. Cannon, we need you. Oh, we've been chipped. He sat the keeper down. Ross Miles found a yard of space, and it's Woking 1, Thames 0. Oh, so frustrating. It's a really well-worked move, really. The run on the inside is fantastic, and the finish from Miles is absolutely stupendous. Never mind. Half an hour to go. We're already attacking. There's not a great deal I feel like we can do. We'll play a little bit wider, maybe. Again, see if we can find some passes maybe into the channels a little bit more. See if we can get those front two combining. But they're not playing brilliantly. Their midfield have had a pretty average game. 20 minutes to go. We're going to bring on Dylan. He's got assists to his name this season. He knows he's got a bit of chemistry with the boys up front. Let's see if he can make use of that in the final 20 minutes. It's not a game we can afford to lose, let's be honest. Woking will probably know as well that if they go on to win this game, that might be enough for them. I'm going to bring Leon as well. The assistant suggests it, and I agree. The problem as well is I noticed Yeovil are winning. If we lose this game, we could slip even further. Again, the playoffs looking pretty likely. Is Broom on side there? They've not stopped it. Broom's in. He scored. 86 minutes ago, we're back on level terms. Thames 1, Woking 1, and it was flicked on. I've just brought Leon. Shout out to my assistant manager for suggesting it. Cannon takes this free kick. The flick on, he's laid it off. I mean, is he onside? There's a few of us that aren't. Very well to the assistant for not giving it if he is onside, as Broom converts, and it's 1-1. Is there a final chance for us? They're going to show this. Is he onside? Is he offside? He is on. The back leg of this defender just about plays Broom on. Of course, our other player was offside, but he left it. Now with 1-1 and 3 minutes of added time to go, I guess all I can do is encourage. Is there going to be a final twist? Such an even game as there is. Oh my goodness me. A late chance for Woking maybe, as they're the team to begin this attack. It's a throw in. It goes to Houghton on this side. The ball chipped in kind of aimlessly, if we're honest. And now it's going to be where the Cabbage can get there, but he can't. And it goes across to that right-hand side. And now Broom is going to be asked to maybe go chase it down, but he won't. And Woking continue to apply this pressure as a challenge goes in. It only pushes them further forward. It's drilled across. Bride gets it clear, and now Broom maybe to get on it. And Dylan, and the connection between him and the front two. Will this finally be the moment for us as the tackle flies in? Cabbage picks it up. Dylan gets back to his feet straight away after the challenge. Cabbage is in. Cabbage. Oh, he's done it. David Cabbage makes it 2-1. And what a goal that might be. Dylan's come on the connection. He doesn't actually go down. He just continues his run. He moves forward with it, plays it to Brown, who slides it to Cabbage. It's a weird thing to say as a sentence, but Cabbage gets the goal. It's Thames 2, Woking 1, as we shut it down in a defensive system. And that is, wowzers, that is a win and a half. Goodness gracious me. Thames 2, Woking 1. How does that leave the league table looking? It wasn't the powerhouse victory I was hoping for, but it's a win all the same. That is what Football Manager is all about. That was sensational. Oh, my dearie me. Oh, that was electric, viewers. How did you find it, Ben? Fantastic. Goodness me, viewers. What have we just watched there? Oh, excitement levels, 11 out of 10, obviously. There we are then, as it's been worked away on. Woking just a point ahead, and Fleetwood drew with Carlisle. Well, as much as Carlisle ruined our afternoon, they did the business against Fleetwood and ruined theirs, which is just what you want to see. 79 points. I was wondering if today was going to be the day where they would break away and the conversation of the final couple of episodes would be quiet. But with 4 games to go, How can I not bring you every single one? Thank you for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like on it. Of course, there'll be another episode tomorrow. If I don't bring you all 4 games, what am I? I think we have to, right? Stevenage, Dulwich Hamlet, and then the episode after that, Aldershot, Scunthorpe. There's an automatic spot there ready and waiting, and can we take it? We'll have to find out. We love with Chaos. See you again soon. Let's push for as many likes as we possibly can, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. I need to lay down. I shouldn't have drunk my Ribena. Flipping heck.